looking at Lower Manhattan again, we have with us Marvin Jackson, a commodities trader who was on the 36th floor of the World Trade Center yesterday. Mr. Jackson, thank you for coming in and having a chat with us. Your story is important. What happened?
Well, I guess it was a little before 9. I was in another employee's office when I heard an explosion, and then the building started to shake. And I thought, oh, here I go again, because I was there in 1993 as well, when the bomb went off. So I went around, started back to my section of the office, and I saw a lot of smoke coming out of the elevators. So I walked around to make sure that everybody was leaving, because we heard someone telling everyone to leave, so people were beginning to leave out. And later I went down the stairways, and there was other people going down, so we just walked down the stairways until about, I don't know how far, we saw firemen started coming up, and also they were bringing some injured people down and some people who were having medical problems. So eventually we made it out into the plaza, to the concourse of the building, rather, and the sprinkler system was working, so, they just kept us moving until we were out in the street.
In the wake of the 1993 bombing, was there a plan in progress at your firm? What firm did you work for?
I work for the Commodities Futures Trading Commission.
Right. Well, was there a plan in place in your office to deal with an emergency were this ever to happen again?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone anticipate this ever happening again, really.
And were you, I remember going in the trade towers after the 93 explosion when the building reopened again and feeling a real sense of anxiety and often wondering whether people who worked in the building ever quite got over it. Did you get that behind you?
Well, I don't think people got over it, really. Some people are still a little nervous about it, but everyone seemed to be very calm as we were going down the steps. I guess because there was no smoke, and people just walked, We're in a single file in those instances because we wanted to let the firemen get up. And, everyone no one got excited, no one panicked.
What did you do when you got out of the building?
Well, I went out into the street and I looked back after I got past Church Street to see what had happened, and I saw that both of the buildings were on fire. And with that, I just, moved as far north as I could away from there. And I was about 4 or 5 blocks away when all of a sudden the street shook. And I heard like an explosion. I thought, oh my God, I said, the bomb just went off. And I turned around and looked back and I saw all of this soot and smoke, and everyone just started running then.
Which tower were you in, 1 or 2?
I was in 1, and when I saw that was when Tower 2 collapsed.
The South Tower, the first to go, and the North Tower after that. To the best of your knowledge, did all the people in your organization manage to get out of the building?
To the best of my knowledge, everyone is out.
Do you have a sense, I know this is a difficult question, do you have a sense of how crowded or not crowded the general area was at this time of day, just before 9 o'clock?
It was very crowded.
It was
a lot of people.
So it was a normal day as far as you were concerned?
It was a normal day. There were a lot of people just coming to work. A lot of people never even got into the building, and, they just gotten off the elevators. But it was a lot of people, yeah.
Okay. What would you remember most about yesterday as a day, aside from the fact, thank goodness, you survived?
Well, I think, right now, I was thinking about these firemen. All those firemen who went up, and especially when I saw the buildings, the first, Tower 1 coming down, the first thing that came to my mind is, oh my God, all these firemen are probably still in that building.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for sharing that story with us.